Okay guys, just got the camera set up and I'm at beach access just outside of Nanaimo. Today we are looking for some fairy stones. We've been here before, stumbled upon our first fairy stone, and they're awesome. They're just cool little characters. Sometimes they're just little kind of like concretions that just have funky shapes in them. So I'll do my best today and let's see what we can find. Since it's low tide, you guys can kind of see that a lot of the rocks, the bigger rocks especially, is covered in algae. Makes it hard for rock hounding on the beaches, but you can still spot out some nice breccias. There are a couple flower stones I saw, but we are after some of those fairy stones. But it is beautiful hearing those waves coming. Crazy how the tide is. Like, this is all underwater, usually. All the ocean gunk feeds the little fishies, circle of life, that kind of stuff. It kind of looks like a concrete wall, like where concretions would be. Just in this area right here. Looks like it goes behind this tree as well. So it might get washed down. I'm going to try this area right here. So it's not a guarantee that we'll find any, but it is a good place to start. So I am seeing lots of dalasite, which, yeah, it's close to the beaches that we always look for dalasite. So it is very beautiful, very calm, very peaceful. Okay, we're in the right area. I'm actually going to take this because it Has a cool little nubbin just right there. So this is our first fairy stone right here. If you can classify it as a fairy stone, but they do get like funky. You'll see some with like a sword or like a scepter. Some like can be like a hagstone with a hole in it. So mission accomplished. We found one. Now let's find many, many more. Gotta make a full video of this. Come on. One down, many to go. Look at that little nubbin on the end. That's so cool. There's a lot of interesting rocks around here, that's for sure. But main goal is to find a really cool fairy stone, because they do look good on top of other rocks when you do a little bit of rock collaboration. Neat, most likely a bone, but so what I look for is like this light gray kind of concrete color, and on rainier days it is easier. That's like the biggest trick that I could give to anybody wanting to go rock hounding, is go out on a rainy day. It will help you out. But with this light gray color, I can kind of spot them out pretty good anyways. And since we did have like, it's very humid on the island, so stuff is still wet. Also low tide, it does help. We don't have crazy amount of sun today, so it's actually working out quite good in my favor. So that was two. I see another one just right over here. But that was two really quick. No cool like shapes, like crazy shapes yet, but good sign so far. So let's see if we can find some of those cool shapes that make it a fairy stone, a true fairy stone. And I lost that one that I saw on the ground. So always make sure that if you are rock hounding and you're not videotaping, you immediately go pick up the rock that you're supposed to pick up. Ooh, there's a flower stone. No, I'll leave it behind. I'll get a close-up for you guys anyways. Hopefully somebody else can find it. I like when people find their first flower stones, so that's why I always leave some behind. I'll put it kind of just in a mishposh. The other side's got a couple more flowers, but I'm not going to turn it with all the stuff in my hands. Right on, good spot. And these crows, they're like all up in there. They like bark sometimes too. Not much of one, but there's a little one right here. You can kind of see the same gray. I'll put it in my pocket just for now. Oh, a little button. Oh, that's so cool. That one we'll get a close-up of. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, another one. Okay, we're in a spot right here. Nice. And a little. That is so cool. That's three in a little small area. Right where the crows are. Maybe the crows were trying to tell me something. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They were the ones that found it for me. Thank you. another one. Too cool. And another one, a little baby. You guys, this is the area. Okay, I mean, look. Big tree. And a nice wall. But it's just like the others. This is just a sweet spot, I guess. That's cool. That one's coming. Alright guys, look at this handful now. This one's like whoa. Okay, I think I'll pause the recording. Hey. I'll pause the recording and get a close up. They'll probably still be wet, so you guys won't see. There's another one right there. You won't see that light gray color, but these are all different fairy stones. That one you can leave. Oh, a perfect little ball. Okay, let's set them up for their group photo. Maybe right here or that guy. Yeah, that guy. Okay. I'll get him there. There we go. Okay. They're just hanging out over by their rock, and I started spotting more. There's a little hole. Yeah, right there. So cool. I think that's a wrap, guys. Like, I want to leave a little bit more so other people can find them. I'm seeing a lot. So that's a good sign. And nothing like, no holes, nothing like super crazy fancy, but I do like the kind of like little round balls. There was like, the indentations are pretty sweet. Any of the funky ones that I know that it's definitely a fairy stone. Yeah, that was fun. So I'm going to put these in my bag. They shouldn't hurt my camera. I got my other camera in there too. So, and the drone's on bottom. I always got to take the drone out too. Just too beautiful not to. Okay. And you may ask, what am I going to be doing with all these? We just put them in our little flower beds with the plants, and sometimes we glue them onto other rock specimens because they do look fairly fancy. Oh my goodness, I have more in my back pocket. Some of them are nicer than others, so I'll show you some of our nicer ones that we've kind of turned into cool little rock art projects. Otherwise, rock gardens, they're too cool. There's the 3 that were in my back pocket. Put them in the backpack and let's get going. Awesome.